The Houston Texans are tied with the Chicago Bears in Madden 23 for being the worst team in the entire game at a 75 overall. So I figured they were a really good team to rebuild first. Now I really hope nobody beats me to this rebuild, but if somebody else uploads a Texans rebuild the same day I'm doing this one, then I don't know, you just get two rebuilds to watch of the Houston Texans. Maybe it won't be so bad. But this team kind of sucks. But that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to drafting a whole bunch of new players. I'm looking forward to developing the players on this current team, and hopefully we can make this team not suck in a little while. I think it's going to take a couple seasons, but we'll see how far we get. But really quickly, if you are looking forward to some Madden 23 franchise content down the line, this is the place to be. So consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I'm going to be doing a ton more rebuilds. I'm going to try to get to every team if possible. I think I should be able to do that this year. And also, if you want a longer term rebuild, I have a Chicago Bears franchise that I just started as well. And that one's going to be much more in depth. Going to be playing every game, developing the players myself. This is going to be all simulation based, obviously a very self-contained rebuild. We're going to have those on the channel along with the longer term Bears franchise. And also, if you end up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like down below. It would be much appreciated. And let me know what other teams you would like me to rebuild next. But let's start going over the roster. And I just realized you can't even see my entire coach name, but you might be able to guess what it means. It just says Davis Mills has a long neck. Okay, I couldn't think of anything funny or anything clever. His neck's not even that long here, but you know how it goes with Davis Mills. He's a 71 overall star dev. He was pretty okay last year. So this makes sense, like his overall and his development trait and whatnot. I don't know if we're going to keep him long term or not, though. We'll see how he does this season. And we'll also see what the quarterback class is looking like. I'll probably have like a tier 2 quarterback scout or something like that, because I do want to look at quarterbacks, but I don't know if I want to prioritize them super heavily. But we'll kind of see. He's at least good for now. Marlon Mack is the #1 running back, Rex Burkhead. But then we have Dameon Pierce, who was kind of doing really well in the preseason. And I kind of want this guy to start. The only problem is that he's a 72. I really highly doubt he develops into anything in Madden unless they really changed how running back development works. Not really expecting much from Pierce in the game. In real life, sure. I think he can probably be the starter and be solid, but just not too much here in the game. Brandon Cooks is the #1 receiver. He's very good. He's 28 though. He's getting a little old, but I think I'm going to keep him for quite a bit of time. We need some kind of receiving option here for Davis Mills. If we're going to try to develop Mills, that is absolutely crucial. But even without developing Mills, I still want Brandon Cooks on the team. Other than Cooks, the receiving options are really nothing special. And then moving up to the offensive line, we have Laramie Tunsil starting at left tackle. Very good as well, but also 28 years old. Still a very solid player though, so we're probably going to keep him this entire time. We do have a hidden development trait guard, Kenyon Green, rookie out of Texas A&M. He's going to stay on this team probably this whole time. I don't really imagine him ever leaving. He's probably going to be at least a starting caliber guard for us. Then Justin Britt, AJ Kahn, and Titus Howard finish off the rest of the offensive linemen. Those guys definitely subject to change. The left side, though, is probably chilling. And then Brevin Jordan is the starting tight end. He's still very young. Not the highest overall, but certainly still has some potential with that age. And then we're going to hop over here to the defense, where we can talk about a couple of their draft picks. We got Derek Stingley Jr., rookie corner, hidden dev trait, 21 years old, and honestly, I don't know what his development trait is just yet. Could go ahead and look, but I'm not going to spoil it for myself right now. I know a couple of the development traits of some of the rookies, but I actually don't know his. 93 speed and agility, 92 acceleration, 78 man, 72 zone, 78 press, and incredibly good cornerback. Was the first cornerback selected. Might be the best, might not be, who knows, but he's very good right now at least, so I'm very happy to have him on this team. And then also, we have Jalen, is it Petre? I think I'm going to go with Petre. I think I'll go with that. If this is your first time watching me, I'm kind of an idiot sometimes, okay? I don't really know too much about these rookies. Maybe aside from the very top end of the class, I don't do much research of my own when it comes to rookies and stuff like that, and just football in general. I don't really know all that much about football. I just like building teams in Madden. It's fun. So I figured I would just, put out a little disclaimer for that. But yeah, anyway, for the free safety, 90 speed, 93 acceleration, can't really cover all that well, but he's a pretty good athlete and a lot of potential, so I will take that for sure. I think he can develop into something. He's going to probably be on this team the entire time as well. Even if he never goes up in dev trait and just stays with star, which is what I assume he has. I also don't know his dev trait, but I can't imagine it's superstar. But yeah, even if he just stays at star, he will be a pretty solid free safety here for us. And then, you know, honestly, other than those two players, there's not too much to talk about here on the defense. We have a couple guys who are pretty good as well. Like Jonathan Greenard isn't too bad. He's 25 years old though. Like he might regress before he really does anything like noteworthy. I mean, Jerry Hughes is okay, but he's pretty old. Desmond King is okay as well, but 27. Like we don't really have too many incredibly good building pieces, but there are some. I really like Derek Stingley. I really like Pete Trey, the free safety. And then on the offense, maybe Davis Mills. But at least we have like a solid guard. We have a really good left tackle and a good receiver. So, you know, there's some players that, you know, I think will do well for us. Also, this is probably a good time to point this out. This is going to be a fantasy style rebuild. That means anything is possible. I can do whatever I want. This is not attempting to be realistic in the slightest. So we're going to go ahead and trade away quite a bit of players. I don't know how many players I'm actually going to go ahead and trade for, but I do definitely want to get some draft picks. I completely forgot to point him out, but John Mechie, he's probably going to play for us here because he's a 73, 22 years old rookie. But very unfortunately, he announced recently that he has been diagnosed with leukemia, which obviously really sucks. Hopefully he can make a full recovery. I don't know what that kind of looks like for the future, like with having leukemia. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back or not. But, you know, hopefully he's able to. That would really suck if he's never able to, you know, step on an NFL football field. But at least in terms of this rebuild, we're going to get him starting. We're going to try to develop him as well alongside Brandon Cooks. I mean, well, Brandon Cooks isn't really developing anymore, but Mechie has a lot of potential here being a 73 overall. I don't know if he has any dev trait, but even if it's just normal, we're still going to, you know, start him. The first trade here is going to be Steven Nelson, Jerry Hughes, and Marlon Mack to the Titans for their first round selection. Yeah, so here's the player who's going to be like really easy to get probably this entire season. But we got Malik Collins, Christian Kirksey, and Kyle Allen for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Or is his name just CJ Gardner-Johnson now? It's just CJ. Okay, my bad. So CJ Gardner-Johnson. Just gonna make one more trade right here, getting rid of just 3 more players for a 3rd round draft pick from the Colts. Might have actually been able to do that for a second, but it's all good. Here's a look at the team then for the first season. So the offense doesn't really look too different. I mean, the team in general doesn't really look all that different. We have a couple of players playing who weren't previously, and then we have a new starter here in CJ Gardner-Johnson. So I kind of like what this team looks like for the future. I believe we have a bunch of draft picks for this first draft, and I'm really hoping the class is good. We can talk to some veteran about mentoring one of our first round picks. And this is about Kenyon Green. I guess let's just go with pass blocking. Sure, that's fine. And then pass block power. I'm good with that. We got a couple more things to do now in the 3rd week of the preseason. We have a wide receiver mentorship. Is this for Mechie? No, it's for Nico Collins. Let's go getting open, I guess. I mean, I don't even think Nico Collins is going to play all that much. I wish that was for John Mechie. Also, we can talk about Kenyon Green again. I kind of just said that AJ Khan is going to mentor him throughout the season. Once more back with Green. What is this going to do now? Is he going to get like awareness up or something? No, just 2,500 experience. That's nice to have. Now we can start talking about the NFL draft. And this is like the most important part of a rebuild. So we're going to keep auto-generated rookies for sure. And you can quickly see a top 10 prospects thing, which is really nice. That's a nice addition from last year. A ton of quarterbacks. We have Adam Maddox, Mac Drayton, Jeremy Cody, Sam Flynn, a ton of quarterbacks. So maybe we look at a quarterback scout for this season. I'm thinking a tier 2 one could be pretty nice. But let's go ahead and just take a look at the scouts that we currently have. So we already have a quarterback scout for tier 3. I don't think I want a tier 3 quarterback scout. Personally, I think I want him to be a tier 2 scout. Or she. I think you can have female scouts. Yeah, Emma Mullins. I've never met a man named Emma, but who knows? Maybe they exist. But I'm just going to probably fire most of my scouts here and then just redo them all. So I'm going to go through a little bit of like the prospects and the region breakdown, and then we're going to try to figure out what kind of scouts we want. So the strengths right now are cornerback, quarterback, and right outside linebacker. That's for the entire nation. So quarterback is a strength of the West. So we could probably have a quarterback scout there. Quarterback is also a strength of the Southeast. So we have the number 1 and number 9 projected player in the Southeast. Whereas here we just have the number 2. So I think Southeast will be the quarterback. That makes the most sense to me. And I also love how you can go directly to your scouts from this. I don't believe this was a thing from last year, but that's really nice to have. So let's try to find a tier 2 quarterback scout if they exist. Yeah, right here we got Shelly Cannon. Quarterback and middle linebacker. That's actually a really good combination. And then I just gotta figure out what I want my tier 3 scout to be. I would love a tier 3 receiver scout, honestly. Receiver isn't a strength or a weakness of this draft. But is there an area where there are some really good receivers? Doesn't really look like it. It kind of looks like the receivers are just okay in this class. The receivers really aren't that good in this class. So maybe we don't prioritize receiver. We could go corner again, though. There's a bunch of round 1 corners. Okay, let's do that. We can get a cornerback and a wide receiver tier 3 scout. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we just got to figure out the rest of these here. These are the scouts I'm going to go with here. And we can kind of take, you know, a better look at the region breakdown. And you can see like the binoculars for the strength. I try to get as many as the green ones as possible. I think I at least did a decent job. We at least have 1 green one for each region. A couple of the regions have 2. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and set the regional scouting focus, where we can actually go ahead and determine what our scouts that aren't the national scout will be scouting. And I also really like how instead of like having to put the position as left tackle or right tackle, you can just have offensive tackle. You can also just have like interior O lineman. You can just have defensive end. That's fantastic, actually. I didn't even notice that little tweak earlier when I was like, you know, watching some other videos from some other content creators. That's great. And we have actually somehow won 2 games. Same number of wins as the Colts, and I think the Colts are a far better team, but I don't know. The Jaguars are 5-2. The Titans are 4-2. All right, so let me check out the roster really quick. I just want to see what Stingley's development trait is. I feel like it should be superstar, but let's go ahead and take a look. He only has star. Wow. Okay, that's actually really surprising to me, but okay. I mean, all right. And then the safety also has star. No superstar for us right now, but it's fine. Hopefully we can draft a couple in this first draft. We can go ahead and change the national scouting focus as well. Go ahead and make sure our national scout is actually scouting cornerbacks. Cornerback might not be the best position for us to scout right now, but it is a positive in this draft, so I figured why not. But let's also go over who has to come back to the team. We have some players ready to negotiate. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I would certainly like back, and this is all completely different, I think, which is nice. This desperately needed a tweak, but I also really have to get my bearings on this. He has a lot of re-sign interest, so that's cool. I believe that is the base offer. Maybe we can lower this a little, since he has a pretty high interest in playing for us anyway. Let's try that. He does not like that offer. Okay. Good to know he didn't just fully decline immediately. That's nice. I don't think I'm going to bring anyone else back to the team, though, but we're definitely going to try to get CJ Gardner-Johnson this next week. Let's bump this back up a little bit again. And he's going to test out free agency. We were still trying to save some money there. I probably should have given him a bit more money, but it's okay. We can hopefully still franchise tag him come free agency. All right, this is confusing to me. My tier 3 scout, current position scouting is cornerback, right? Like I'm not just seeing that, right? Definitely says cornerback, but when I go to corners, they're all only 50% scouted. What is that? We're getting like a prospect spotlight thing here for Max Glenn, so let's definitely go ahead and check out what he's all about. But before we do that, let's choose the focus players. And I'm hoping this works this year. It was kind of wonky last year. And I feel like I don't want to put a quarterback on this because I feel like I already know that Adam Maddox is going to be very good. So I don't think I actually want to put him up there. Instead, I definitely want to know more about this outside linebacker. This guy looks like he could either be ridiculous or just pretty good. So I definitely want to know more about him. And I want to try it this way. So if you didn't know, last year, if you went through and changed the tabs as you chose your players, it just would not save. You had to do them all from the same tab. I want to see if that's still the case now. Also, really nice to see, all these guys are 95% scouted. So it just really boosted up after the week where I saw that they were 50% scouted. So I will take that, I guess. Because of that, I'm not going to touch any of the cornerbacks right now. I might see what they're all about when we can invite them to a private workout. But Max Glenn is who we were talking about, and he really doesn't look that good. He has D tackling. I don't really like that too much. Instead, let's throw a couple of receivers on here. Nick Whitaker looks cool. I like his A deep route running and his B release. Potentially B catching and A catch in traffic as well. That would be phenomenal. So I definitely want to know more about him. And let's go ahead and check out Dan Tiller a little bit more as well. He looks like he could be a very good tackle, or he could be terrible. But let's see what happens. I went by one more week and checked out if those guys were more scouted or not, and they weren't. I don't know if it didn't work or if it's just a thing that happens at the end of the season. But at the end of the year, we are 2-15, which is lovely. Probably have like the first pick, if not like a top 2 or top 3 pick. I will take it. Let's check out these statistics, though. And Tom Brady, did he just pass for 6,000 yards? Is that what that just said? Oh my God, he passed for 6,055 yards. Chris Godwin had 143 catches for 1,800 yards. Okay, anyway, that is the schedule. Not at all where I want to be. Sorry, I was just distracted by a 6,000-yard season from Tom Brady. But Davis Mills, I saw he had 4,700 yards. We are also running the same playbook as the Buccaneers, so maybe that just really inflates the passing numbers, which is kind of what I was going for. But overall, he wasn't all that good. 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. Not great, but I'll take the yardage. Maybe that means some of the receivers balled out then. Dameon Pierce just was not playing well. I kind of figured this would happen. He's only like a 72 in this game. Can't really expect all that much from him. Really hope he does well in real life, though, of course. Brandon Cooks had a great season. So did John Mechie. 12 touchdowns for him, 1,252 yards. Brandon Cooks, 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns. Okay, I'll take that. Brevin Jordan, also nearly 1,000 yards. Laramie Tunsil was pretty awful. The rest of the offensive line wasn't too bad, though. 156 tackles for Blake Cashman. That is a ton. 17 tackles for loss for a name I'm not pronouncing. We have 5.5 sacks for the man as well. 2 picks for Blake Cashman, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and Kamu Grugier-Hill, and then 1 for Christian Harris, Desmond King, and Tay Davis. We were not last on offense. That is a win. And we were also not last on defense. We literally just won our Super Bowl. Let's go. The Falcons went 12-5. All right, sure. Dak Prescott, though, was going to win MVP. Tom Brady had 6,000 yards and he didn't win it. I'm going to have to check out what my man Dak Prescott did. But of course, we have nobody from the Texans. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Keenan Allen. That's nice. I like that. It's not Justin Herbert. It's not a quarterback. Okay, that's a bit different. I feel like typically it is a quarterback or a running back, like almost always. Tyler Boyd is also up here. That's really cool. Christian Kirk, like some different names in here for sure. Like that a lot. Defensive Player of the Year is Max Crosby. I saw also he led the league in sacks, so that makes some sense. Nobody here from our team. Didn't really think so. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to John Mechie. That is sick. Out of all the receivers in this class, John Mechie is going to go ahead and win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's amazing. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sauce Gardner. Christian Harris, though, our middle linebacker at number 4. And then Derek Stingley at number 9. I will take that. I do really quickly, though, want to check out what Dak Prescott did to beat out Tom Brady. So Tom Brady had 6,000 yards and 48 touchdowns. That's just bonkers to read. And then Dak Prescott, okay. Yeah, okay, I can see that. 46 touchdowns, only 7 picks. That's a ridiculous season, dude. Okay, dude, these quarterback seasons are about to go crazy. Let's head then straight to the Super Bowl. Let's see if Brady or Dak will be in this Super Bowl. No, the Falcons are going to be in the Super Bowl with Marcus Mariota as their quarterback. Okay, all right. I don't want to think about it too much. My brain's going to start hurting soon. Against Patrick Mahomes, though, and Patrick Mahomes is going to win. At least the Falcons don't win the Super Bowl. That would have been a little bit too much for me to handle, I think. Now, let's go to the Resign Players tab, and I really hope I can actually franchise tag Gardner-Johnson. If not, we're just going to have to try to get him back in free agency, but it's going to be much more difficult to do that this year than it has been in the past because free agency is completely reworked now. But yeah, let's see if he's here. First off, I would love to be able to franchise tag him. Sick, I'm still able to. Okay, we're just gonna give you a franchise tag. Don't want any of those guys though. Okay, we're chilling. And also before we simulate, let's go ahead and check out what the development trait upgrades are looking like, if any at all. I feel like on the offense, Mechie should certainly be up to star now, and he is. That is sick. Gonna be a 77 when his morale is all said and done. Also, Green has star dev. I don't think I pointed that out earlier. And then on the defensive side, I don't think anyone is up in dev trait. I was thinking maybe like a Harris, maybe a Cashman, because Cashman had a ton of tackles. Harris was pretty close to winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, but I'll at least take John Mechie up to star. That's really nice. Now let's just go ahead and hop into the first week of free agency, and let's see how this works. This is my first time messing around with free agents. I have no idea how any of this works, and Derwin James is here? Terry McLaurin? All right, hang on. Mike Gesicki. We got some players. We got a lot of players. Josh Allen. Elgton Jenkins has a lot of interest. I want Elgton Jenkins. I think that's actually a good place to start. Man says no faith in Davis Mills. This is a big contract at the end, but it is for a great franchise tackle. I think I want him for 4 years, though. Let's do a neutral risk contract here. And honestly, I would love me some Derwin James. Terry McLaurin would also be awesome, but he looks like he has zero interest in signing with us. I might try Derwin James just because he has a lot of interest. Let's also give him a neutral contract as well. And let's see if we can land these two absolute studs. I might look around a little bit as well just for some other like random positions. Like Miles Sanders would actually be pretty nice. Yeah, we should probably get a running back of some sort. Maybe not a 5-year contract. I'll give him a 3-year contract if he wants it. And I think I still want to draft a receiver. I don't really want to sign any of these guys here, so I'm good with that position. Ooh, Dawson Knox would be pretty cool too. Let's do a team-friendly deal for him. It probably won't go through, but it's worth a shot. All right, now here's a player I'm very much interested in, Eric McCoy. I am certainly comfortable giving you a 4-year contract, my friend. We might spend a lot of money in free agency this year, but we also have a ton of money, so I don't mind this. I'm gonna go with those contracts, and hopefully we get at least a couple of those guys. All right, so we can check out the players we got right away. We got Elgton Jenkins, we got Miles Sanders, and we got Eric McCoy. I'm very happy with all of those guys. I don't know what that negotiation status means down there. But my offer up a little bit though. See if that makes any difference. I really don't know. Did we get Dawson Knox? Or is he still being weird? Hey, we got Dawson Knox. Okay, sick. I really like this free agency class then. I think we did a great job. And finally, we can do some private workouts. And actually, I'm gonna throw 2 quarterbacks here because Adam Maddox looks very good with his accuracy ratings and whatnot, but he has great throw power. Sam Flynn has elite throw power. So I wanna fully scout both of them in case one of them's like a top 5 talent and then one of them isn't, so then it can make my decision a little bit easier potentially. And also, I kind of just want to know everything about at least one cornerback, and we just have to figure out which one. Thinking this guy down here, he's got A press, B zone, C man. I think that's the best combination of those 3 coverages. So John Ricard. Let's confirm that. So let's start the NFL draft. We have a bunch of draft picks this year. We have the #1 overall pick. So let's certainly go ahead and pause the draft. I actually think we might be able to trade this one away. But before I do that, let me check out the quarterbacks. All right, Adam Maddox is only a round 1 to 2 talent, whereas Sam Flynn is a round 1 talent. So I think I'd rather have Sam Flynn anyway, so we can certainly trade this pick away. And this corner down here is a round 1 talent, so he looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and trade away this draft pick. I actually don't think I want to take it. What are we being offered? Still not really that much, if I'm being completely honest here. I feel like we should be getting more than this. Let me see if I can trade back with the Lions and try to snag their first next year. I definitely cannot get a 1st round draft pick next year as well as this year for this draft pick, but maybe we can still get something going because there's just no real reason for me to take this selection right now. I'm going to take this Seahawks trade then that we kind of passed by earlier, picking up the 3rd overall pick, a 3rd round draft pick next year, and then a 6th this year. Don't really care about the 6th this year, but that 3rd next year could be some value. And surprisingly enough, the Lions actually take a defensive end. I thought they would go with a quarterback, but at pick #3, I think with this pick, I'm going to take a quarterback. We're going to take Sam Flynn. I don't really want to risk him going. So, welcome to the team, the new starting quarterback for the Texans. Normal development. Oh my God, that is so sad. 94 throw power for him, though, is very good, but that normal dev sucks so much. Of course, my first pick in a draft this year would be normal development trait. That's just tough. I could take this other quarterback. I don't think I'm going to, but it's just funny that he's still here. Now, at this pick here, I'm either going to take Nick Whitaker or I'm going to take a cornerback. They're both round 1 to 2 projection, so it doesn't really matter who I take. I'm going to take Whitaker. He also ran like a 4.3 something. 4.24, never mind, not a 4.3. You're in a 4.24. Yeah, we're going to take him. Hidden dev trait with 99 speed. Oh my God. 92 acceleration, 95 agility. Jesus, 99 speed. That wasn't even the fastest. There's another receiver in this class then with at least 99 speed. That's insane. I'm going to go ahead and take my cornerback now, John Ricard. Hopefully he's very good for us. Hidden dev trait as well. Excellent. 93 excel, 93 change of direction, 93 speed. All right, very good looking cornerback as well. I think I really like Doug Andrews. He has elite strength, which is fantastic to have as a D tackle. A to C, block shed, B power move, A tackle. Really like Andrews right now. Might have to come back to him. I'm going to go ahead and take this defensive tackle. I was looking around a couple other linebackers, and there's actually a few linebackers I would not mind taking in the 3rd round. So with this pick then, let's try to shore up the, interior defensive line with Doug Andrews. Hidden dev trait, 95 strength. That's exactly what I was looking for there. Beautiful pick. Now I definitely want to take an outside linebacker, and I am very certain it's going to be Gabriel, right? Gabriel Patterson. A pursuit, A tackle, A zone. that's kind of all I need to see, if I'm being completely honest. And also, I think he has good speed. Elite speed. 4.64 seems a little slow for that, potentially, but elite acceleration, elite change of direction, this is a no-brainer. We're going to take him. Hidden dev trait. 87 speed. All right, I mean, I'll take it. 90 excel, 88 agility. Another very good starter. I think we're getting a ton of starters here. And I feel like we're drafting pretty defensive heavy. I mean, we took a quarterback and a receiver, so maybe not. But we also upgraded the offense a ton in free agency. So I don't mind kind of focusing a bit heavier on the defense in the draft. Now we're at the point where I really don't know all that much about these guys. So, do we take a shot at another receiver? We don't really need one, but this is like another 99 speed receiver. He also ran a 4.24. Okay. That's kind of busted. Don't really think I need that guy, though. It's just funny that he's still here. And we can actually use another linebacker to, like, start. So now it just depends on who I want. And once again, this guy could have 3 A's in a row. I'm going to take him as well. Normal dev. Okay, but he still looks good. He looks like just as athletic as the other guy we took. And yeah, like I said, we have a ton of draft picks in this draft, man. We have another 3rd round pick. I'm going to go ahead and take a center. And I just kind of have to decide between John Harris and Will Cunningham, because Cunningham has A pass block, which is nice, but John Harris has A awareness. I think I'm going to take Harris. He also has better strength. Let's take him. Hidden dev trait. Lovely, dude. We're actually getting a ton of hidden development trait players. That's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and take one more selection and then simulate, I think. We're just going to take Brian Burnett. He has B block shed. I don't really know what I'm looking for anymore. So he's on the team. He has hidden dev trait. Dude, what is going on? How did I get so many hidden development trait players? I think this team just got so much better in this first offseason, so I feel like we should finish over 500 next year. Don't know if that's a bit ambitious considering we just won 2 games, but I feel like the team's actually looking a good bit better. But let's check out the draft recap. How did we do? This quarterback was a 75. I mean, not all that bad, I guess. The receiver, who has 99 speed, is also a 75. We got a 75 corner, 76 D tackle, 72 outside linebacker, 73 outside linebacker, 73 center. And then that defensive end was a 65, but he is hidden. Interesting. Who is the best player in this entire class, though? A 76. So we got one of the, top guys in the class. Were there any other 99 speed guys? There was one more. I think this was the other guy I was going to take as well. That's amazing. 2 99 speed players in the same draft, but we definitely got the better of the 2. Also, this man is 81 deep route running. He looks like a very fun deep threat. Not good hands, but still, I think he's going to be super good. Let's take a more in-depth look at a few of our guys then. So the cornerback, not amazing, but a lot of potential. So he'll definitely play this year. Sam Flynn, what are you looking like in terms of accuracy? All right, 78, 82, 82, 94 throw power, not too bad. I definitely want to take a look at that other quarterback, though, before I forget. Doug Andrews, I'm actually really excited about. 76 overall, hidden dev trait, 77 block shed, 74 power moves, not too bad as a defensive tackle. Good tackling as well for him. And then Patterson, hidden dev, not the highest overall, but still a really fun-looking player. 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 83 tackling, getting a little bit of a boost for that. Not bad. So a quarterback went number 1 overall. He has hidden dev as well. Didn't look super good, so I'm kind of happy I passed on him. Maybe not now because he has hidden dev compared to our normal, which is very sad to see. Another 75 overall player, another quarterback here, hidden dev trait. That guy's probably better than the dude we took, and by probably, I mean he's absolutely better than the guy we took. But the real question is Adam Maddox really good? Only normal dev. Okay, so out of the guys I was considering, they both look about the same. I guess I was just considering the wrong guys. Love that. The team looks much improved, but we're still lacking in a couple positions, and I think they're actually mainly on the defense. This offense is looking pretty nice right now. I hope this quarterback develops well. We'll see what he does after his rookie season. I might still very loosely scout quarterbacks. If I can see some really good looking guys, we might try to target them. I don't really know. But Miles Sanders is now on the team. He's a huge upgrade at running back, at least in terms of Madden, right? We have Whitaker as the number 2 receiver. Mechie just had a great season, but Whitaker has 99 speed. I just want to see what he can do. This offensive line is looking amazing now. Dawson Knox joins the team, giving the quarterback some more help. And then on the defense, all right, it's a lot of blue, which is cool to see. We have a hidden development trait outside linebacker, 2 hidden development trait defensive tackles. This guy, Burnett, was actually the D end we selected, and he's up to a 68 at D tackle. And then we have the cornerback, Ricard, as well, having hidden dev trait. And another cornerback down there, Ellis, at a 65 overall. And actually, I'm going to have it displayed like this, because I want Desmond King being the slot corner anyway. So Stingley, Ricard, the outside guys, King, the slot guy. I like that quite a bit. A lot of youth here on the defense, so a ton of room to grow for some of these guys, but they might not pan out too well. And, you know, we also have a 67 overall left defensive end, which is not good, really at all. But we're going to see how he plays. I could potentially trade for one. I might look into that. But if I can't find anybody to trade with, I will just start simulating. Talking about Kenyon Green again. We're just going to go into run block this time. Kind of even them out. Why not? And we have a wide receiver mentorship as well. This is going to be Nico Collins. Why? Why is it Nico Collins and not the guys I actually want it to be? And we also have our first camp standout of the video. Also, I see Derwin James down there. Went to the Bears. That sucks. Gabriel Patterson. Let's go tackling. That sounds good. Is that still +5 tackling? It is. Sick. Let me just show off the scouts I'm going to go with for this season. Now, I really want to prioritize like defensive line. So we have a D-end, D-tackle, tier 3 scout, and then a D-end outside linebacker, tier 2 scout. Then I'll just decide which two of those positions I really want to commit to. Then we get quarterback, middle linebacker, cornerback, middle linebacker, and then running back, receiver. Because why not? It's fun to look at running back and receivers every now and again. I think D-end is certainly going to be the national scout because Jacoby Washington, London Wiley, and Joey Thomas all looking very good. So that's a pretty easy decision in my opinion. And then I guess just outside linebacker then for the tier 2 scout. Okay, so we're doing better at the midseason mark. We already have more wins than we had all of last year. We are in last place though. So that's kind of lame, but maybe that will turn around eventually. Let's go ahead and check out the lineup, though. It's the first thing I want to do. I want to see these development traits. On offense, the receiver has superstar dev. Oh my god, that guy is actually so good. Also, our center moved to right guard has star dev. That's nice to see. At least it's not normal. On the defense, then, we have a superstar corner. We also have a star outside linebacker and then a pair of star defensive tackles. At least we got 2 superstars. I really can't complain about that. We got a couple breakout scenarios. Let's go ahead and activate those, I guess. I typically don't do this, but might as well. I'm here. So this is a receiver who I don't know, who it is just yet. Oh, John Mechie. Okay, he probably won't go up. But I do see a quarterback one. I would love if our quarterback could go up to star right now. That would be monumental for his development. Throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have 300 scrimmage yards or 3 total touchdowns. All right, well, let's see if he gets it done. But actually, before we do that, a couple more things we got to do. We have to negotiate with some players, and I know we're going to have CJ Gardner-Johnson here once again, and Laramie Tunsil, who does not want to re-sign. Gardner-Johnson doesn't really want to re-sign either. I don't want to see that. I want those guys. Let's definitely go player friendly, I guess, for Laramie Tunsil. He wants a bigger offer to overcome this team not being a good fit for him. Okay. Gardner Johnson. He doesn't like the scheme fit. Let's just offer this for his base. And he's actually going to accept that. Okay, cool. Don't have to worry about getting him back anymore. It's just Laramie Tunsil. And if all else fails, we could just franchise tag him. Get a tandem breakout thing on offense as well. I normally don't even activate these, but let's see what this is all about. I'm going to challenge the wide receiver. Why not? Don't know what this even does if I'm being completely honest. I literally never activate this one. Brandon Cooks got stuff. So did Nick Whitaker. He got a challenge. Okay. Got a lot of challenges for this game. And 2 of them revolve around receivers potentially getting 150 total yards, which will be kind of wild. But let's definitely go ahead and choose the national focus position, which I already said was going to be defensive end. It just makes the most sense for this draft class, in my opinion. And now, let's advance by this week. We had a very busy week, but let's see what next week brings, I guess. Wait, hold on. Did we get the dev up for the quarterback? Oh my god, we did. Wait, did we not have to win that game? I swear we did. We finished 6-11 this year, so we actually did a good bit better than last year, but still not too well. How did the quarterback do, though? As a rookie, he had 5,500 yards. 32 touchdowns, 17 picks. Yeah, that's a very good season. Okay, I'll take that for sure. If he goes up to superstar, that would be real big. But let's check out the rushing total. Miles Sanders was good. 14 touchdowns, 4.6 yards per carry. I will take that. Brandon Cooks, very good once again. We had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Nick Whitaker was amazing. John Mechie was also very solid once again. Dawson Knox also almost had 1,000 yards. This offense was actually pretty good through the air. Offensive line not doing that well, but whatever. 131 tackles for Josh Chamblin. We have 15 tackles for loss for rookie Doug Andrews and for Jonathan Greenard. Then 8 sacks for Andrews. He had a very good rookie season. We have 4 picks for Chamblin as well. 2 for Desmond King and John Ricard, and then 1 for Gabriel Patterson, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Christian Harris, and Derek Stingley. 7th in the NFL on offense, over 7,000 yards. And then 31st on defense, also over 7,000 yards. Desmond Ridder is going to win MVP. The Falcons might be busted this year. I don't really know. But nobody from the Texans. Our quarterback did not make it, and Tom Brady's on the Eagles. What is going on? Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor, but Stephon Diggs up there. I really like seeing receivers higher up this year. That is quite nice. Tim Patrick. Okay. He's just a really random player. Everyone on this list is like an upper 90. And then there's just Tim Patrick and Robert Woods. I guess Deshaun Watson's an 88, but still. Most of these guys up here, closer to a 99. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Von Miller. Nobody from the Texans. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Our receiver at number 2. Our quarterback at number 3. Another quarterback is going to win, though. That's painful. How did that happen? Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to our outside linebacker. Defensive tackle at number 3. Other outside linebacker at number 4. Cornerback at number 5. And then defensive end at number 8, even though I'm definitely going to be replacing that guy this year, whether it be free agency or the draft. I don't really know where I want to look just yet, but let's go to the Super Bowl. Obviously, we're not going to be in it. Very sad. The Jags and the Packers. Let's quickly go by and see who's going to win. Will Trevor Lawrence get his first Super Bowl ever? He will. 34-17. Let's head over then to the re-sign stage, where I actually do think we have to spend some money. So Laramie Tunsil is going to be here. The thing is, like, he really hasn't been all that good, but he is like a 90 overall tackle. I probably should give him a contract. Bump this up a little bit more. See if he wants that. He's going to test out free agency. Okay. Can I franchise tag him? I can for 35 mil. I might look to free agency first. Oh, that might be dumb. Because if there's not a better tackle, we're going to miss out completely. But we're going to take that risk. Okay, 35 mil is a lot of money. I'm not sure how much money I have, and I'm still looking to improve elsewhere. I can definitely go check out how much money I have, but I'm a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and sign some free agents. And I still don't know exactly how much money I have. I didn't say it right there. Nick Bosa. Justin Herbert. Wait, hold on. He has star dev? I thought it would be higher than that. Rashawn Gary. Laramie Tunsil. Trayvon Diggs wants to sign with us. That's pretty cool. I kind of want Trayvon Diggs. Let's do a neutral contract with him. And then we really need a tackle. Just someone. Jedrick Wills is good. So is Jonah Williams. Okay, I'm fine with either of those guys. Definitely not fine with Titus Howard. Okay, so Jedrick Wills, Jonah Williams, and then it drops off pretty significantly. So let's get one of these two guys for sure. Let's try to do like a player-friendly contract here so we can really try to get him. And then I think those are the only 2 players I'm going to give a contract to. Unless there's anyone else that piques my interest. Because, like, I would love Rashawn Gary. I would love Daniil Hunter. We need an edge player on this team for sure. They're just not interested in joining us, which is understandable. But we should probably bring back, like, Jonathan Greenard, actually. The more I think about it. We need somebody to play defensive end for us. And same thing here with the guy's name who I cannot pronounce. I'm gonna see if he wants to come back to the team for one more year. I just saw my cap at the top, actually. I have, like, $95 million. Alright, so let's see how this works. I also completely forgot to check out who went up in dev trait. We will give that a look in like 1 second. But let's check out who we got in free agency, if anyone at all. We got Trayvon Diggs, we got Jedrick Wills, Jonathan Greenard, and man's name, who I cannot pronounce. That is amazing. We still do need some edge, I think. Like, I'd want to draft somebody here because our edge really isn't that good still, even with the guys we just signed. But, I mean, at least we got some people who can play if I need them to. But development trait improvements. The quarterback is not up to superstar, but the receiver went down? What? Dude, wait, what? How did he go down? Yeah, okay, so development trait regression is still really stupid apparently this year. What is that? Hold on, wait. I didn't mean to edit him. I wanted to check out his season again. Didn't he have like 12 touchdowns or something like that? How did my man go down in development trait? Yeah, he had 101 catches, 1,300 yards, and 12 touchdowns as a rookie. And that warrants him going down in development trait? All right. That's just blasphemous in my opinion. I'm sorry if you don't agree with what I'm about to do, but he's going back up to superstar again. No way in hell does he deserve to go down to star dev. That's ridiculous. Anyway, though, let's go over the rest of the development trait improvements. On the defense, Burnett also went down. That one might make more sense. And Ricard went down. Might make more sense, but like, why? All right, I'm turning off development trait regression. I wanted to try it again just to see if it wasn't as busted as it was, and it just is. People go down in development trait for literally no reason. I won't change the cornerback back up because, you know, maybe he didn't have as good of a season. Just that receiver, like, there's no argument that he should have went down. I just won't hear it, okay? There's no way. But honestly, I'm thinking about doing something real weird in the draft here that I feel like a portion of you guys probably won't really agree with. But it's a fantasy rebuild, okay? I could do whatever I want, all right? I might take a quarterback like really early, and I'll show you exactly why once we get to the draft. I should probably trade up in the draft to acquire who I want, and I think we might trade up to the #1 overall pick just to make sure I get this guy. I really don't think the Cardinals will take a quarterback. Like, I'm pretty sure the draft logic was improved again, but don't exactly know what that means. It could still not be great. So let's see if we can trade up here at the Cardinals. And I might actually try to give them a quarterback just to get the trade to go through. If this doesn't work, then we might actually just have to like bite the bullet and trade up with the Giants instead. Oh, they can't even take a quarterback right now. Maybe they can take Davis Mills though. My man. They kind of want him. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, we got a first-round pick, Davis Mills, and a second-round pick for the Cardinals' first-round selection, which is #1 overall. And like, let me just show you the quarterback I want to take, because I didn't really want to take a quarterback this year. Like, I really didn't. But, like, how do I not take this guy? Like, please, tell me how there is a scenario where I shouldn't consider this guy. A, deep accuracy. A, medium accuracy. A, short accuracy. A, under pressure. With elite throw power. Like, he's more than I could ask for at this position. A, throw on the run. A, throw under pressure. A, awareness. A, break sack. Like, this guy looks ridiculous. B, play action. I don't know if he's going to be one of these like generational talents, but he's also a top 5 talent. He very well could be. He's on the team. Hidden dev trait, 96 throw power. He's also 21. Oh my god. 87 acceleration, 88 agility, 88 change of direction. 82 speed is not even all that bad. I'm very sorry to the quarterback we selected last year because he did play very well, but come on, man. I don't think you could fault me too much for taking that dude. Also, that defensive end I actually really wanted. That's a pain, but it's fine. There's another guy who looked just as good, and he's not going to be that crazy good, but round 1 to 2 talent still isn't that bad. All right, so it's just between Chuck Wooden, who's also like an edge player with only decent speed, 4.8 in the 40-yard dash, which is not great. I think Daniels ran faster. Not by much, but he did run faster. He also has elite strength. I'm going to take him. He's a power rusher, but he can probably rush off the edge pretty easily. Only normal dev, but 90 strength is pretty good. I'll take that. We also have like a pretty valuable quarterback to trade now, so I could probably get a defensive end pretty easily through trading, so I can try that for sure. I'm going to take an outside linebacker, DJ Arrington, right here. B finesse moves, A to C block shed. If that's like a B or an A, that could be kind of cool. And also, he has great speed. Why not take him? Normal dev, but 85 speed, 86 excel. Doubt he's that high of an overall, but I mean, if he was, he could probably play somewhere. And we have another 3rd round selection. I'm going to take this one and then I think simulate to the end of the draft here. And with this one, we are going to take another outside linebacker. I'm taking so many outside linebackers, I'm sorry. But this guy could be really good. Why not go ahead and take Jose Byers? Hidden dev trait, very good looking attributes. It seems like finding a later outside linebacker with hidden isn't that difficult. I've found 2 already. And another one who didn't have hidden but was like a 73 usable overall player, you know? So I think finding outside linebackers isn't going to be super difficult this year. But I need to know what this quarterback is. He should be over an 80, right? Like, I feel like he has to be. Oh, he's a 79, so close to being an 80. So I don't believe he's one of those, like, generational players then. Also, Arrington was awful. What a great draft pick from your boy. But if you don't know, which I'm sure most of you guys do, but there's, like, a new feature kind of with players now where you can have these generational talent players, and they're guaranteed to have superstar X factor, and they're also always, like, in the 80s. Like 82 plus ish. I don't know how high they go, and I actually don't know how low it begins, but I'm pretty sure it's an 80 overall plus, and they're guaranteed to have superstar X Factor. That's not to say that that's the only way you can get superstar X Factor. I'm pretty sure you can still get guys under an 80 with X Factor, but those guys are just guaranteed to have it. So there was an 82 overall running back in this class. Could be one of these fellas. 94 speed, 95 excel, 95 juke move. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at his development trait. He very well could be one of these generational talent players I'm talking about. And he has star, so he's not. He's just a very good high overall player. But I'm really happy with the quarterback we selected. There's another quarterback here too, Stetson Harden. Hidden dev for him, 6'5", another cannon. But man, I'm just saying, that dude had A's across the board. There is no way I was letting him go, just in case he was like an upper 80 quarterback or something like that, like a mid 80. That'd be wild. But you know, a pretty solid class. Some very, very high overall players, much better than the last class we just had. And honestly, since I wasn't able to get a good defensive end in this class, what we're going to do is just try to trade for one, I think. With this trade, we are really helping out our defensive line. So Flynn is going to the Commanders. I'm so sorry. He just had a really good rookie season, but like I can't not start the guy we just drafted. We're also getting rid of the defensive end who we just signed, who I can't pronounce the name of. You guys know the drill by now. And we're getting rid of a 3rd round draft pick this year for Daron Payne and Montez Sweat. I wasn't able to get any of like the peak, like top tier elite edge rushers, but I think that's a really good compromise where I got a solid as hell defensive tackle and a very good defensive end as well. I also just realized that Patterson went down in dev trait too. It's getting a little annoying. I'm not going to change everybody though. That's just too much, I think. That's just extra. I think I just needed to change that receiver just so I didn't go insane. But I don't know if I want to start Jose Byers or not. Pretty good. He's a 72. And he won't go down in dev trait because I turned that off. We might start him at middle. Might be weird, but our middle linebacker is only a 73. So let's see what his overall is at middle linebacker, and then let's make a decision. Yeah, let's definitely go ahead and do that. They're like the same overall. Like that a lot more. Okay, so this is going to be the team then for the 3rd season. Looking real nice in my opinion. 85 overall, 87 offense, 84 defense. I think we have a very good team heading into this year. We just, you know, upgraded some positions that were very bad on this team. We got a brand new edge rusher, got a new starting defensive tackle. We also added Trayvon Diggs to the defense, so he should help out quite a bit. I think this team's looking pretty good. And also we certainly have like a franchise caliber quarterback after we got rid of our other franchise caliber quarterback, but you know how it goes sometimes. Yeah, this team should definitely be going 1-6 right now. 88 offense, 85 defense, 86 overall. Sounds about right. Game's probably just mad that I got rid of my quarterback every single season. But let me check out what the dev trait of the quarterback is. And he is superstar. Okay, I think it was certainly worth it to keep him then. Let's go. The middle linebacker has star dev then. Okay, so I mean, this team is still good. I don't really know what to change. Maybe like the defensive playbook is just like horrible. That could be it, because I just honestly just kept the Texans defensive playbook. Let's just go with good old fashioned Cleveland, I guess. That was always my go-to whenever I wanted to run a 4-3. So hopefully that ends up making a difference here. But we do have some players to bring back to the team. Brandon Cooks. Now this is an interesting one. I don't know if I want Brandon Cooks back on the team or not. He has a lot of re-sign interest, and I feel like he'll retain that in free agency. So if anything, we can probably get him then. But I kind of want to see what the receiver market looks like first. Once again, we are 6-11. We have an 89 overall team. I don't really know about this one. Let's check out the statistics though. How did the quarterback do? 5,060 yards, 37 touchdowns, 14 picks. I will take it. Another very good season here from our quarterbacks. Miles Sanders was definitely a bit underwhelming. Only 4 touchdowns. That's not great. Brandon Cooks has just been insane this entire time. I feel bad like getting rid of him. I don't know. Maybe we'll re-sign him again. Nick Whitaker was good once again. Dawson Knox also another solid season. The sack numbers are going down a little bit, I guess. 143 tackles from Chamblin. We have 23 tackles for loss for Daron Payne. 16 for Greenard, 15 for Sweat, 14 for Andrews. 6.5 sacks for Daron Payne. 4 picks for Stingley. We have 3 for Chamblin, Byers, and Diggs. 2 for Petre, and then 1 for Gardner Johnson. Kind of feel like the team wasn't that bad this year, like stats-wise, but whatever. 22nd on offense, 5th on defense. All right, our defense was actually very solid. Maybe changing the playbook actually really did help. But nobody from the Texans here on the MVP list. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. We do have Brandon Cooks at number 4. That's really cool. Defensive Player of the Year. no one from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the quarterback at least, who's up to an 85. Next year could be the year, boys. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the outside linebacker. So at least we kind of have been drafting well, I think. We've been drafting a ton of linebackers, though. I should probably stop doing that. Might take like an outside linebacker this year, but he'll probably play edge if I take him. I'm not going to really draft any other linebackers, I think. But let's go to the Super Bowl once more. And once again, we're very sadly not in this game. But I'm really hoping next year we can at least make the playoffs. The Colts and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. I feel like thematically that fits pretty well for the teams. 40-35, the Colts are going to win. Looks like a very interesting Super Bowl, honestly. That would be a great one to watch, I think. But to the offseason we go. I guess like Brandon Cooks is ready to negotiate again. This isn't that big of a contract. Let's do it. He's going to test out free agency. I don't mind that at all. Hopefully we can at least get his replacement in free agency, because I don't want to tag him for 27 mil. That's just too much. Before I simulate anymore, though, let's check out development trait improvements. The quarterback won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He could go up to X Factor. He did not, but, you know, could be hopeful. Did Brandon Cooks go up to Superstar, or did he just always have this? He went up to Superstar. Okay, that's cool. I'm surprised he didn't go up sooner. Maybe it did and went down, and I just didn't notice. I don't know. On the defense, then, the linebacker is up to Superstar Dev. That's amazing to see. I think Deron Payne is as well. That is definitely very, very nice. We need a receiver pretty badly. Or maybe I can draft one again. I don't know. But we definitely need to target a receiver at some point. I kind of want to sign a free agent receiver. Let's just see who's available here. And then we could also use, you know, another edge player, maybe a linebacker here in free agency. Trevor Lawrence wants to join this team, apparently. I don't really want him, though. Should we bring back D-Hop? I don't really think I want to. But Brandon Cooks, man, I think I should just bring him back. He has been actually incredible for us this entire time. I feel like it'd be sort of dumb to not want to bring him back. There aren't really any good, like, outside linebackers I want. I mean, Aaron Donald would be sick, but I just don't really think I'll be able to pull Aaron Donald here. Also, Gregory Rousseau would be awesome. There's just no chance I'll be able to get him with this much interest. I might as well give him a contract just to see what happens. Worst thing that's going to happen is that he's going to decline it. So I'll give Gregory Rousseau a contract. And the top offer is looking pretty spicy right there. I don't think we're going to be able to get ahead. We actually are ahead on him, I think. I don't know if that's going to make too much of a difference, though, just because his interest is so low. But like Trey Hendrickson, I might actually give a contract to as well, just in case we don't get Rousseau. But I'm worried if we get them both, then what do we do? I don't know. I'll figure that out if that time comes. The overall of the team went up. Does that mean we got some free agents? We got Gregory Rousseau and we got Brandon Cooks. Oh, that's amazing. We also did not hear back from Trey Hendrickson yet. I'm actually going to go through and withdraw that offer from him, but that's exactly what we needed on this team. So it is possible to get players who have no interest in joining your team. That's cool to know. And actually, I might go after J.K. Dobbins as well, because Miles Sanders really wasn't good. Let's see if we can get J.K. Dobbins on the team and have him and Sanders as like a 1-2 duo. I keep forgetting to cancel my contract from Hendrickson. Hang on. And we got J.K. Dobbins on the team, so the team's looking real nice heading into the next year. We do have some fifth-year options. I hope I didn't have this tab here this whole time, because I just have not been paying attention. But Derek Stingley. I'm thinking no. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't really developed that well. He's only a star. Like somewhere in like the low 80s, I think. So we're just going to kind of let him go. And Kenyon Green, we'll give him his fifth-year option. Why not? He's a pretty good guard for us. But I'm going to go ahead and sim directly to the draft. I'm not going to do the private workout invitation thing. I don't really care too much about this draft, if I'm being honest. I feel like we are in a very good spot, and I don't think this draft is going to make us that much better. But we do have the 3rd overall pick, so we might as well take somebody. And no, I am not going to be taking a quarterback again, okay? There's no point. We're finally going to have a quarterback have 2 straight years starting on this team. And honestly, I kind of want to get a little weird. We might take Devin Kennard. Pretty solid looking safety. I just don't really have him all that scouted. But A, hit power looks nice. B to D man, B to D zone, B tackling. He actually looks pretty good. I'm going to take him. Hidden dev trait. All right. 89 speed, 92 agility, 86 acceleration. I mean, he'll play somewhere. And I think I'm actually just going to take one more pick in this draft and then go to the end. And I want to take like one of these running backs, I think, just because they have A carrying. I feel like that'll translate to a pretty good overall player. He's really not fast, though, so maybe not that guy. Let me see. Terrence Davis. Do you have good speed, my man? You have very good speed. I'm going to take him. Only normal dev, but he had good carrying as well. That was a really stupid pick because we have 2 very good running backs. But I don't really think I would have used like anyone in that position, if I'm being honest. That safety was a 73. Yeah, he's really not good. Maybe he doesn't play. He might play like next year or something. Was there like a crazy generational guy in this class? No. There was a 77 overall running back and then a couple 76s. Alright, so nothing too crazy in this class. And this is what the team is going to look like for this next season. I don't know if this will be the last season or not, but I think the next one will certainly be the last season if I do have to go one more. But you know, the team's looking great. We're an 88 overall, 88s across the board. We have a horrible scheme fit on offense, but just don't pay attention to that. But, you know, like a lot of our starters actually do fit this game, so it's not terrible, I guess. But yeah, we have a superstar quarterback, a pair of superstar receivers, a bunch of star developing players over there as well. And then defensively, we have an X-Factor defensive end, superstar D-tackle corner, and a middle linebacker, and a couple star guys over here as well. So, you know, the team's actually looking very solid. I hope that they actually play well, though. We are finally over 500 at a point in the season. Let's go. We are 4-3 right now. The Broncos are 3-3. That doesn't really matter. I just read it anyway. 4-2 for the Colts, 2-4 for the Jags, 1-5 for the Titans. We're in second place. It's not that bad. And I don't actually think we have anything to reveal right now, so I'm just going to go to the end of the season. I'm not going to worry too much about scouting because I don't actually think I'm even going to like enter this draft. I think I'm just going to simulate it because, again, there's really not much I'm going to draft anyway that's going to make too much of a difference on this squad. But I'll still go over the draft recap in case like the computer snagged me somebody like in the 80s randomly. But will this be the first time the squad makes the playoffs? Please let it happen. We went 12-5. We made the playoffs. That is beautiful. How did the quarterback do? Tell me he had a better season than before. He definitely looks like he did. 5,300 yards, 45 touchdowns, 12 picks. Yeah, that's certainly his best season. Let's go. J.K. Dobbins was very good. 15 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. I will take it. Brandon Cooks, once again, he's just so consistently good. Nick Whitaker was very solid again. John Mechie, 11 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. 3 1,000-yard receivers. Dawson Knox, almost 900 yards. Again, the tackles aren't doing well, but whatever. I'm kind of used to it at this point. 147 tackles for Byers. We have 22 tackles for loss for Montez Sweat and for Gregory Rousseau. 10.5 sacks for Deron Payne. He also had 21 tackles for loss. 9 sacks for Sweat, 6 for Rousseau. We're finally getting back to the quarterback. 3 picks for Ricard, 2 for Byers and Stingley, and then 1 for Petre. Don't know how to pronounce it still. 5th in the NFL on offense. And top 10 on defense as well. MVP is not the quarterback. He's at number 4. That is Payne. Very sad. Also, I just saw this like a little while ago, but the Giants signed Justin Herbert when he was in free agency, and they drafted a quarterback like number 2 overall, so draft logic is still a little bit weird. Offensive Player of the Year, Brandon Cooks at number 10. Let's go, my man. Making it on the list 2 years in a row. Love that. Deron Payne, number 9 for Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty cool. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we have David Kendricks. I mean, nice. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we have Devin Kennard at number 10. I will take it. And honestly, this video has been going on for so long, I might actually just cut it after the season. But we do have to take on the Colts. And normally in the postseason, I kind of just simulate all this stuff because I don't want to impact it too much. So let's advance by this game. Can we win a playoff game? Please. We do. 31-24. Let's get it. The Chargers are up next. J.C. Jackson had way too many rushing yards for a cornerback, gotta be honest. We're gonna win that game as well. Let's get it. Come on, we're against the Chiefs. Go to the Super Bowl. This team is capable of it. I know they are. We lost in the conference championship. Now, Justin Herbert against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60. Who's going to go ahead and win it? Patrick Mahomes, 33-21. So at least we lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. But that's actually going to do it for this rebuild. I've been recording for like 3 hours. I feel like this is going to be a long video. I don't want to push it another season and make this one be like an hour and a half long. That just seems like a lot. I don't know. But let me quickly go over the development trade upgrades real fast of the team. This was like a weird first rebuild, I guess. I think I drafted pretty well. You could definitely criticize me for like being stupid with the quarterbacks, but I mean, this guy turned out to be a superstar X Factor, and this random hidden development trait receiver also has superstar. Okay, 93 speed, 95 excel. That's a cool player. But, you know, I think we drafted well. Like I said, you could definitely criticize my quarterback play because I just kept getting new quarterbacks, but at least we have the franchise guy now. But you know, this receiver was really cool. 99 speed, that's still incredible. And then on the defensive side, we have an X-Factor middle linebacker, X-Factor D tackle now in Deron Payne, and then Russo already was X-Factor. I think Montez Sweat might have gone up as well. Trayvon Diggs went down even though I turned that off. Maybe it resets after every season, I don't really know. But regardless, thank you so much for watching my first rebuild of Madden 23. I hope you enjoyed, even though the team didn't do too well until this last season. But at least we kind of balled out this last year. But thank you so much for watching one final time. If you actually made it all the way to the end of the video, comment the word tortilla. Let's see if we can get any tortilla comments down below. That'd be really cool if anybody made it all the way back here. But if you did make it to the end of the video, maybe consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. You guys are probably all used to that stuff at the end of the video from like content creators and whatnot. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.